Good morning. It is Brie with Straighten Her Crown Project. Happy New Year. We've got a very beautiful young lady, somebody who is so sweet and kind, and you would have no idea that she could actually really kick your butt in such a great way. So stay tuned, find out who that is. Hello, we have Miss Kialani with us today. She goes by Kia,
Yep.
like the car. She likes to describe it.
Yes. Instagram handle and all.
Yeah, exactly. So, Kia is somebody who is in the fitness industry, and she's got a really great story of how she got here. So, do you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I am a mobile private personal trainer in the Prescott area, and I have been in the industry for over 12 years now. Started in the bodybuilding industry and developed some muscle imbalances from improperly training with the previous trainer that I had, and wanted to correct them myself. So I got into corrective exercise and functional training, and now that's what I focus on, and that's what I do along with group training. You can catch me at B Pedal next to Apricot Lane. And I also teach at Bend Hot Yoga. I kind of handle all of their cardio classes, so V-Core, V-Core 2.0, bar, and hot Pilates. So you can also come and get sweaty with me too.
Oh, so explain what is corrective exercises.
So corrective exercise, a lot of the time for most clients, is we're focusing on stability muscles that we don't tend to really think about. So a lot of like deep core exercises, working our shoulders and our delts specifically. We have a really tiny muscle in the back of our shoulder that our back ends up taking over for. So we end up having kind of weak delts because of it. So isolating those muscles, getting that corrective balance. Balance is a huge factor. So if you've been injured or anything like that and didn't go through the proper PT, it can make it so that you're walking around, maybe your foot's coming in weird for some odd reason because of that injury, and you were compensating on one side. Those kind of injuries, that is what corrective exercise does, is we help to correct whatever your muscle imbalances are, get you to have that proper form and foundation.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you had an injury. What happened?
I broke my foot. So when I was in high school, I was a dancer, and I was running in the parking lot, and I was doing hip hop at the time. So I had the big clunky, like early 2000 shoes. If you had skate shoes, you know what I'm talking about. And they got stuck in a pothole, and my foot lifted up and the shoe stuck. So when I went to land, I landed on the side, and I broke the bone that goes along the outside of your foot that is actually connected to your Achilles heel. So every time I walked, the bone would split.
Oh, that sounds awful. I had to ask.
Right. Yeah. And so because I was in high school, I was 17 at the time, so I was getting ready for prom. I refused to be in a cast and took the cast off and wore heels to prom and did everything you should not do. Continued dancing on it because I had recitals coming up and performances coming up. So I was doing everything that I was doing, but with a big boot on my foot, and ended up elongating my healing process by 6 months.
Wow.
And it caused some major calf imbalance and leg imbalances.
So did spark this for you, your fitness industry, and learning how to correct that for yourself?
Yeah. And then I got in a major car accident 2 years later, and displaced one of the vertebrae in my neck, and I had to stop dancing. And at the time, dancing was my life. So I was dancing with some of the major choreographers for So You Think You Can Dance.
Oh, wow.
And so I was getting somewhere, and then I got in a really bad car accident, had to stop all of that, and got into exercise. But because I wasn't doing it properly, it hurt. well, corrective exercises made it so all those injuries, and working with my chiropractor, I'm in better shape than I was ever back then.
Okay. And then you were in the bodybuilding world
Yes.
for a little bit there too.
The national physique competitions.
Mm-hmm.
I was training for bikini. I was real tiny.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tiny little thing. And I love the industry. I love it for certain people. It just wasn't for me. I didn't like the judgment part of it, critiquing my own body to like such a minuscule kind of focus.
Yeah.
That for me, I wanted more. And so started training differently, looking into functional training. My ultimate goal, which I guess I'm putting it out to the world, is that I will compete and complete one of the major, what's the obstacle course show? American Ninja Warrior.
Oh.
I will complete one of those courses. Not necessarily on television, but but I want to be able to actually get through one of those courses.
That would be so much fun.
Yeah. So.
Were you through Miles Davis Productions when you did NPC?
I was in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I
Completely
was
different.
Yeah, I was training in a much bigger pool.
Okay. So in my other life, I was in bodybuilding as well, and I competed into competitions.
Okay.
And I did one physique, and then one in bikini as well. I like to eat too much. I was like last place on both of them. It was a lot of fun, and it was nice to have that goal to work towards.
Yeah.
Which I'm very goal oriented. I have to have something to be working towards. I can't just
Motivation.
be doing exactly.
Yes.
But when I was done, I completely rebounded, and I just, and I realized that it's not the healthiest way to maintain that healthier lifestyle.
And I think that was a part of my issue with that industry, is that we're putting in unrealistic expectations on people. Because I even have people that come to me today that are like, I want to look like that person on the magazine. And I'm like, they are water depleted. And they
don't really look like that.
No. I'm like, these people take those photo shoots at the very end of their competition, the same day or the following day. They have cut their carbs completely. They're on typically like tilapia and asparagus and not eating a whole lot, and even doing things like depleting their body of all their water.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
it was water logging,
Yep.
carb loading. Yep. I hate chicken. I'm like, protein shakes, not my favorite. Yeah,
it ruined things.
It does.
Ezekiel bread, cannot touch it. Like, no, it's cardboard. I'm good.
Exactly. Okay, so you were in this car accident, and that, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get right back to where we were talking. What other things do you have going on? I mean, this is like 100% your focus, pretty much. And you have this obstacle course that you're running to train for. I mean, when do you find time to train for yourself when you're training?
Well, I got my classes that definitely keep me in shape because I'm doing them with you. So whenever you come to my classes, just remember I'm there doing it too. And so that helps. I do block out time. So thanks to my fiance, Garrett, he got me on this calendar app thing where I can kind of schedule in habits and focus on self-care and things like that, because my schedule can get a little crazy. So with that, I can get in my extra added exercises. But a little over a year ago, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. And that kind of shifted everything a little bit more for me. I am not someone that likes to take pharmaceuticals or anything like that. I'm a very natural person. So I've been working with my doctor, and between nutrition and fitness, I'm like right there, about to step over the line of being in remission with the 3 autoimmune diseases that I have. So
wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
What are the other, if you don't mind me asking, the other autoimmune?
So I have Hashimoto's disease, which is thyroid, and then I also have fibromyalgia.
Okay. And so you're just finding that this healthy lifestyle is really correcting all of that. And there are like an autoimmune, isn't that really just like an allergic reaction, or
It's like an immune deficiency. So your immune system isn't functioning how it should be. So rheumatoid arthritis, your immune system has a tendency to attack your joints. With Hashimoto's, your thyroid creates antibodies and causes inflammation without your body, and can cause like major fatigue, pain, anxiety even. So a lot of difficulties with that kind of stuff. And it's honestly has helped me with my clients because I'm kind of my own success story. So.
Exactly. And that's why I'm trying to keep reiterating is that you've had these obstacles in your life. You've broken your foot. You've did what you did to your vertebrae in your neck, and and then you've had these other ailments on top of you, and you were just this poster child of what overcoming certain ailments, physical and internal, looks like.
And then emotional too. I had a very rough upbringing, so I should have been a statistic, and I'm not. So
good for you. You broke that pattern, that chain. Yeah, and that's hard to do. That's really hard to do. So I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes, and you are just one of the most beautiful souls too.
Thank you.
You really are. Just from the little bit I've gotten to talk with you and stuff, you're just so pleasant. And you always have that smile. This smile right here. She always has that smile on her face.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I noticed that you and Garrett do a lot of hobbying, like hiking, and so what else do you guys do together?
Fishing is a huge thing with us. That's honestly one of the things that brought us together was fishing. I think the first night we met, we talked for hours about fishing and hunting. It's not really a normal thing, but that's what we connected on. And I'm kind of an outdoors person. My grandfather was a hunter, and I grew up fishing, so it was just how I was raised. I did ocean fishing as well as freshwater fishing, and he was more freshwater, so he's actually taught me quite a bit with that. Right. And we went on a trip not that long ago, and even went on a fishing trip because that's what we do. We enjoy it. We love it. Yeah. We love anything outdoors, and then add our animals to it. And
all your puppies.
Yes. We got 2 dogs and 2 cats.
Okay.
So, yeah. So between all of them, and we do take the cats everywhere too. They're leash trained and everything. So
that's awesome.
You can see them hiking. There's been a few times where we've had people like, wait, is that a cat? Yes, that's a cat on a leash.
Having the time of his life.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So what is it about Prescott? Why are you here? Why do you, stay? I mean, we all have our why we love Prescott story.
So outdoors is a big factor.
Yeah.
We're in the mountains of Arizona, but we're not in Flagstaff getting covered in snow. Mm-hmm. I'm from San Diego, so I did not grow up with snow. So being buried in it is not my thing. Either, yeah. I like to visit lots of snow, and for here, I mean, we get the perfect amount where we kind of get to rest for 2 days of snow, and then it all goes away. And it was just a memory. So
I like to watch it fall. I like to see it build up and blanket the town, and then that's it.
Yes. Yeah. And then I don't want to drive in it.
Right. Exactly. Nobody should be driving it.
No. So that nature was a big factor. We wanted that small town nature kind of pocket, and we found it in Prescott. So.
Awesome. I love that. Well, I thank you so much for joining us today. If you guys have any questions for Miss Kia, you can reach out to her on Instagram and Facebook.
Yep.
That's how I reach out to her. And she is willing to answer and support anybody who has any questions regarding health issues and fitness, and I'm sure dietary and all of that, because she is
I do nutrition
well-rounded
support.
Nutrition support, and that's really huge too. So thank you guys so much. Until we'll see you next week, same bat time, same bat channel.
Thanks.